Welcome everybody back to a new FM rebuild on FM24. It's going to be our first one. We are in the beta stage currently, and we're going to go to and do Manchester United. They are in a lot of trouble, sitting mid-table currently, having lost half the games played already, which is unbelievable. We are activating the first window because I still believe there is a lot of more work to be done, and see if we can shift some of these players that just did not want to leave in real life. Let's see if we can do that. We are predicted to finish in 4th position, which isn't too bad, I guess. But yeah, our best time in the 1990s, boasting a total of 69 competition wins, which is quite hefty. Their best 11 currently: Højlund, Anthony, Rashford, Fernandes, Casemiro, Amrabat. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe that is the way to go, I guess. Wan-Bissaka, Martinez, Varane and Shaw. I mean, I have to agree with that. I think that will be their best 11, although a bit dubious about the Rashford. I'm on the fence with Rashford currently. This formation kind of works for me, but I'd rather have a Cam in there rather than have a DM. Maybe we just take the wingers out altogether and go diamond. I don't know, but we'll go with this formation for the time being. The board culture, develop players using the youth system is a gimme. Sign high reputation players. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team and under the 21 for future. Qualify for the Champions League this current season. The latter stages of the FA Cup. Be competitive in the Champions League, because we are in it after all. Be competitive in the Carabao Cup, and just keep doing that each season. Set pieces is a new one. We do have the chance to sign a set piece specialist as well, so that's going to help as well. So, defensive marking strategy, would you prefer? Zonal marking? No, I've never liked that. Even under previous managers, I've never liked the zonal. It's pointless. Player marking or hybrid. Biggest aerial defenders will mark zonally, whilst the rest will mark individual opponents, and defenders will tightly mark the opponents. So I'm more for player marking, but hybrid seems to work better, I think. What post do you want people to mark while defending? Is this corners? If it's corners, I'd rather have box standard 2 players on the post. With our goalkeepers, we've never had a good goalkeeper that can claim crosses, and that's been a real issue, I think. So I think both boxers. How many players would you like to leave forward when defending a set piece? We go on the counter attack. How do you prefer the ball to be delivered from attacking the set pieces? We'll go near post. How many players do you want to leave back defending while attacking? More defenders will be left back to nullify the counter. Fewer defenders will stay back and attempt to be more attacking. And balanced. A few defenders will focus on staying back. We'll go balanced. How do you want your set pieces to be delivered into the penalty area? So if it's a corner or out swinger, I don't know, because I really like the in swingers. It does cause goalkeepers problems, well, especially Man United goalkeepers, that's for sure. But taking it away from the goalkeeper could draw him out. We'll go with the out swinger for now. Right, okay. Judging on that, I mean, this is a new thing, so I kind of like it, and I just want to quickly go through it. So having a look at our routines then, so this is what we are going to be doing. So we've got 3 defenders back, a few players up. Okay, that's not too bad. So corner taker, Luke Shaw, he will be the better player. I mean, Anthony can take them as well. Does he take the other side? Oh, right side, this side, okay. Okay, fair enough. We'll leave it at that. They know what they're doing, I guess. But yeah, you can change a lot of things. Aim for the near post. We can all change that. Change that to an in swinger as well. Aerial threats. Attack the near post. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. So that looks nice. I do like it. So there are options here as well. Best creator ranked first. What's this? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Creators, recovery, defenders. I want the quickest ones, obviously. Pace. Yeah, fine. Varane's quite quick, actually, isn't he? Looking at our squad, let's go for ability top. I mean, Bruno is our best player, for obvious reasons. Varane, oh, he's on 350 grand a week. Wow. Rashford, 300. Yeah, until I see some evidence that he can warrant that, then yeah, we'll be on the sideline with him. Casemiro, 300 grand as well. There's a lot of wages here. It is ridiculous, though, to be perfectly. Anthony Martial hardly starts, 250 grand. He'll be some of the players that we want to try and get rid of. Tom Heaton, Brandon Williams again, Johnny Evans. Why? loads of questions. Rasmus is currently injured up to 9 weeks. Unbelievable. Harry, do we really want Harry to step in at all? He'd be a player I would want to move on. See what we can do there. Scott McTominay as well. Van der Beek. If we can move some of these players along, then great. Garnacho, great potential. Same with Højlund as well, actually. Greenwood, we will just keep out or see if we can move on as well. Sancho, a lot of problems currently, but we might revitalise his position here, so we'll see what happens. But on 275 grand a week, can't see how that warrants it at the minute, especially when you got Amrabat 30 grand a week. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, I don't know if we're playing a percentage. I don't know. 120 for Martinez. Onana is only on 110. Wow. So we are going to use a 4-3-3 formation, but it's going to be Kempis 10 Hog that can be found on the Sort It Out SI website. So that's the formation we are going to be using, but we might just manipulate it a little bit to see what happens. But it is 10 Hog's beta tactics. So I want to try and give this a go. So if we go and pick the best 11 currently, if it lets me, best 11. Rashford, Sancho, Martial even. See, I suppose with a lot of players injured, we can't really use a Mount. I forgot about Mount as well. Fernandes, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, Martinez, Varane. Yeah, I kind of like all of that. So just going back to the finances and just having a look at the debt. I mean, the net debt is £552 million. We're playing £11 million per month until 2027. So another 4 years. Wow. Paying £28 million interest. £7 million a month. Hopefully we'll get this all cleared off by the time we come to the end of this rebuild, but wow, that's just crazy. Staffing looks really nice. I kind of like that, so I'm going to leave that as it is. So let's go ahead and do the transfers. We'll come back, then I'll show you what we've done. So our first transfer, and probably our only one actually, a few others went out on loan. Harry Maguire has now left the building. He's gone to Inter Milan. Inter Milan wanted a loan deal. We refused. We wanted 20 million. They didn't want to play ball. And later on, they came in for £8 million. And to be perfectly honest, I took it. £8 million to get Harry Maguire off the books and out of the club so we can invest some more money and bring in somebody else. And as you can see down near the bottom, there's quite a lot of things happening. Donny van der Beek loan move to Juventus. I think that was cancelled. I'm not quite sure. Mainu's gone out on loan as well. A couple of other youngsters. Palestri, he's gone to Rangers on loan as well. Martial's gone to Sporting as well. Some of these have got deals where they pay a future fee. I'm not sure if the Martial one is an optional one, but we'll soon find out as well. However, that does help us secure one transfer, and that's Gonçalo Inácio. He's rumoured to be on Manchester United's radars. Liverpool are looking at him as well, and I've nabbed him. £38.5 million. We had a lot of wages budget, so I moved that into the transfers and secured the deal. It could have gone either way. Glazers were just not having us pay any more than 38.5. I wanted to secure this guy. We offered £20 million with 25 over 3 seasons. They didn't want that, so we reduced it down to say 15 over 3 seasons. They didn't want that either. So we offered to pay 30 with a couple of other bonuses, adding up to about 40. They refused. And in the end, I decided, you know what, let's have a go. £38.5 million. And they accepted it. And he's only on 86 grand a week. I can't complain. He's doubled, if not more, than his actual value as well. And he looks really good as well. 22 years old as well. And I think he's going to be an absolute star to play alongside Martinez as well, with their ever-aging Varane being as a backup, really. Big upgrade than Maguire, that is for sure. Even though we have got Lindelof there as well. But yeah, Inácio is going to be pegged in for that at least anyway. Played some games in the league. We've won all 3 of our games. Crystal Palace, Wolves and West Ham. Can't say that in real life, can we? But a massive 4-0 victory. But Wolves game saw Højlund announce his name on the stage. He's come back from injury. 33rd minute goal to make it 2-0. We got a peg back and Garnacho comes off the bench and scores in the 83rd minute. And then the 4-0 victory over West Ham. Garnacho again, 94th minute. Højlund didn't score, but Rashford did. And Sancho even played as well, and same with Mount. So pretty decent at that point. We have drawn Sevilla, AC Milan and Marseille in the Champions League. We're lying 4th in the table. We've drawn Newcastle in the FA Cup. What more can I ask? Now, the question is, has our odds increased with the signing of Inacio? So let's go and have a look. In fact, it's got worse. We were predicted 4th. We're now predicted 5th with Newcastle jumping ahead of us. Well, that's awkward. With that in mind, let's go and simulate our first season and let's see how we get on. Right, our first season is over and we've done reasonably well. We finished in 3rd position, which is fantastic. Not expected, that's for sure. We're still, wow, 20 points behind Manchester City. Wow, that's insane. Did we beat Man City by any chance? We did. Okay, that's impressive. But we do lose 8 games. We win 24, which is even more impressive. I don't even know what's more impressive, us finishing 3rd, winning 24 games, or being ahead of Newcastle. I don't know. It seems very, very impressive. The Champions League, we get knocked out in the round of 16 by Feyenoord. 1-0. Wow. Okay. Looks like the second leg was at home possibly, and we bow out. We have a look at the group stage. We finished top of the group. 4 wins, beating Sevilla, Marseille, AC Milan, and Sevilla again. We did lose to AC Milan and Marseille, though, to be fair, but scored 16 goals, conceding just 6. That's quite impressive over a tough group, actually, to be fair. The quarterfinals, Feyenoord progress. They beat Leipzig 6-4, winning 5-1 in the second leg. Will they go ahead and win the Champions League? They have got PSG, Inter and Barcelona to contend with. The semi-final, they get knocked out by PSG just by the odd goal, finishing 1-1 in the second leg. And I think Barcelona go through. So it's PSG and Barcelona. And the winner goes to PSG winning 1-0. And it was played in at Wembley Stadium as well. We get knocked out by Manchester City in the semi-final of the FA Cup. And the quarterfinals by Arsenal in the Carabao. Unfortunate we didn't get to any of them 2 finals domestically, but I think putting all our efforts into the league, I think that was the best way to go. So if we have a quick look at our squad goal wise, then Rashford top goal scoring with 25 and 54. Rasmus though 25 and 49. He did reasonably well and he had a better XG over the 90 minutes than Rashford. 8 assists to Rashford's 9. Both playing really well though. Rasmus only a 6.96 average as opposed to Rashford's 7.22. Do we hang on to Rashford a bit longer? Is he stifling the growth of other players? I don't know. Bruno though gets 21 goals, 25 assists, which is quite impressive actually. Anthony as well though, 13 goals, 10 assists. That's not bad as well. Garnacho, I'm looking for him really to take over from Rashford. And I think maybe we ought to think about cashing in on Rashford, to be perfectly honest. If there's a big enough offer coming in from abroad, we might let him go. And or I might just ping Garnacho in and see how well he does. So going into next season, we have been given a whopping £58 million with a little bit of wiggle room in the wages budget as well. There is £180 million in the bank actually, which is quite impressive. Has the debt gone down at all? It's down to £458 million now. Right, a busy window this summer. So Varane goes to Al Nassr and Casemiro goes to Al Ahly. 46.5 and 41.5 up to nearly 57 and 49 million pounds respectively. They're getting on a little bit. Thought it might be wise to cash in now, and boy did we cash in, I feel. Donny van der Beek has actually gone as well. He's gone to Real San Sebastian for £11.5 million, and a couple of the players have actually gone to Everton, Palace and Middlesbrough. Not for much money, but they have gone, and a lot of other people have gone out on a free as well. Brandon Williams for 1. Shorty has gone on a free to Celtic actually. There was one signing we did do though. That was with Martial. His contract ran out. We were shy of forwards. We re-signed him, but for 63 grand a week on a 2-year deal. A little bit different to the 250 he was originally on, so I'm really happy with that. So let's get on with the signings that we have actually brought in as well. Amrabat, we pick him up. Played quite well last season. A few games. Good backup really, I think. £17 million, that was a deal if we decided to keep him. And yeah, I felt like I didn't know whether we were going to need another defensive midfielder because we had Casemiro, but now Casemiro's gone. We had to... it's a good job we'd signed him anyway, but £17.5 million, quite happy. Feyenoord had knocked us out of the Champions League. We decided to go and get their DM. He can play centre-back and full-back and what have you, but we got him for a DM, really. Casemiro's replacement, up to £74 million with add-ons and etc. I think it's quite a good deal. He looks a really, really accomplished player. So at 24 years old as well, a big upgrade. From Leverkusen for £72 million, we're bringing Frimpong. Right back. Fantastic. I can't wait to see what he can do because he looks fantastic. Way better than Wan-Bissaka and Delo. We haven't sold either of them two yet, but we're going to have them as backup, but he's going to be definitely our first choice. And finally, I was undecided whether to get rid of Anthony, Sancho, Rashford. We've still got them, but we bring in Ansu Fati. He's got a long way to go. Very, very good stats. And great potential as well. 21 years old, £60 million we pay, and I'm very happy to bring him in. And I think he's already got a couple of goals in the friendlies. He's played 4 games for us in the league already. I think we've got him tied in, but yeah, really, really happy to get this youngster in, and I think he's going to ultimately take over from Rashford, unless Rashford plays over on the other side, which means we're going to have to lose somebody from either Anthony or Sancho. So we'll have to have a think about that. Tactically, we have got Højlund up top, and Ansu Fati can play up top as well. But I want to see Højlund again this season. He did play well last season. Fati's going to be on the left-hand side, Rashford's place, but we'll see if he nicks that right-hand spot. Gertrude from Feyenoord, we're going to have as the DM role. Martinez, Inacio at the back. These are the guys we're tying in. Results haven't been too bad. The friendlies were fine. We start off against Tottenham and Chelsea, winning 3-1 and 3-0 respectively. I mean, we totally smashed them, and then we lost to Brentford. I don't get it. And then we beat Aston Villa 3-0 at home. I'll take it. We take the new format of the Champions League as well. We've got Barcelona, Porto, Bayern Munich, PSV, Lyon, Dortmund, and I think we've got 2 more. Newcastle and LASK. I don't understand why we're playing an English team, though, to be fair. You wouldn't think we would. That bit up there confused because we're playing Newcastle in the Carabao Cup as well. Wonderful. We are lying in second position, joint top really, to be fair, with Brentford, Bournemouth and Liverpool. Season preview has us go up into 4th position behind Arsenal, Liverpool and Man City. We want to break into that top 3. I would like to see a minimum 2nd spot if we may. So let's get on to the next season. Let's simulate and we'll be straight back. Season 2 is over, and look at that. We have just lost the championship by 1 point from Liverpool, who snatch it from us. But even more impressively, we've conceded the less goals in the whole division, 34 less than Manchester City, whom we finished above, where we were last season about 20 points behind them. We are finishing 5 points ahead of them, which is even fantastic. But yeah, disappointed to lose out to Liverpool towards the end, though, it has to be said. But a 2nd place finish and 86 points, 1 point in it. I can't ask for more than that. Along the way, though, the Champions League, we get knocked out by Manchester City in the quarter-finals. FA Cup, we get knocked out by Chelsea in the semi-finals. And the semi-finals by Man City once more in the Carabao Cup. Disappointing to have got so far in the competitions, but a lot of games being played when you think we get into the latter stages, including the 2nd place finish in the league as well. I mean, I can't ask for more than that from the lads. So just out of curiosity, how well did we do in the Champions League? Well, we finished 5th overall with 6 wins over LASK. We beat Newcastle 4-3, Dortmund 2-0, PSV, Bayern Munich we beat as well, and Porto, but draw with Lyon, and we lose to Barcelona 4-0. Wow, that's quite a spanking. Barcelona did finish above us though. Liverpool finished top with Man City behind them with Barcelona and Real Madrid. Then ourselves. I'm really happy with that. Really, really chuffed. The round of 16, we knocked out PSG on penalties. And there's a defeat by Man City. 3-1 overall. Actually, it looks like we may have taken a first leg loss over to Man City, but 3 English teams in the quarterfinals there. Semi-finals, Liverpool played Wolfsburg and beat them 6-3, and Real Madrid smashed Man City, with it being Liverpool and Real Madrid final, who Real Madrid smashed Liverpool. Wow. Squad-wise, Rasmus scores 26 goals and 7 assists. Rashford still contributes with 24 goals and 12 assists. Bruno, what can I say? 17 goals, 22 assists. Fantastic. Greenwood's out on loan. Garnacho, 9 and 3. Ansu Fati, 9 and 8. And maybe he's going to improve a little bit more than that. Maybe we stick Rashford back out on the left-hand side. He's proven his worth. It has to be said. Bruno, we're going to have to look to replace at some point, but with them sort of stats. And it looks like he played every game as well. Altay, he must have played some games. 17 goals conceded with 3 assists. But Onana, 33 goals conceded in 48 with 26 assists. We've got to keep him in, right? It just proves that our defence has done remarkably well. Next season, £81 million to go and spend in the market. Brilliant. Some more money. And I think we just may need to improve. Well, do we need to improve our back four? They conceded 30 goals. I don't know. So if we have take a look at the outs first, we have let go of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's gone to Atletico Madrid for £24 million. We needed a few funds. And I thought Wan-Bissaka was, I think Deleu's slightly better than him. Wan-Bissaka's quicker, I guess. But on stats and what have you, he was the weakest link. And of course, we've got Frimpong at right back. Malacia has gone as well from left back. So again, we needed funds for a left back position. He was the weakest of the few, and plus he wanted to leave as well. And Anthony Martial, he's gone as well. He's gone for £7.5 million to PSV. So our first signing was Jean-Claire Todibo, up to £107 million. A lot of money, I tell you. But I think he's going to be well worth it. He's definitely going to challenge Inacio and Martinez as well at the back. And I think he's going to be our first starter as well. So I'm quite happy with that. 25 years old, very, very nicely rounded player. And likes to play the ball out of trouble, or tries to, and bring the ball out of defence, and that's the sort of thing that we're trying to achieve here as well. So that's selling then defenders for funds for Aaron Hickey. He was on our radar. The scouts picked him up, and I think he was the only one really we could afford. We tried to go for Alphonso Davies, but they wanted ridiculous money, about £150 million, and that's something we did not have. Hickey comes from Brentford for £40 million. And a final signing for £15.5 million from Salzburg. In the midfield, he can play cam as well. We're looking for a successor for Bruno. Bruno's into his 30s now. Maybe get another season out of him. But if we can have an understudy, that'd be superb. And at 21 years old, Oscar Glauc can do that for us. And he's got room to grow as well. Looks absolutely amazing. So if we have a look at our best 11 currently, this is what it looks like. Frimpong, Todibo, Martinez, Shaw, Onana, Gertruda. Hickey's not in there just yet, but I'm sure he'll get some game time anyway. Bruno, Mount, Rashford, Fati, and Højlund as well. So we'll try and offload either Sancho or Anthony at some point. But we tried to offload Anthony this season, and to be perfectly honest, nobody was really biting, unfortunately. So we've just had to go with as it is. We've only changed a couple of roles. Inside forward on attack on the right hand side now, and Højlund's going his preferred position at pressing forward. So far, so good in the league. We've beaten Chelsea 4-2 with Rashford, Bruno and Højlund scoring. Everton was a disappointing 1-1 draw at home. Todibo getting his home debut goal. And Forest, we beat 2-1 at home as well. Bruno and Mount. It had to take a penalty, really, to get us underway, despite a late surge from Forest. The Champions League, we have drawn against Inter, Porto, Celtic, Salzburg, Liverpool, Napoli, and Bilbao and Ajax. We're currently lying in 4th position, just the 3 games played, 2 points off the leaders Arsenal, Liverpool and Tottenham. And we've drawn Preston in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. And the season preview has us at 11-1, still 4th position despite our 2nd place finish last season. Man City, obviously favourites. Arsenal, Liverpool ahead of us. So let's delve into our 3rd season. Fingers crossed we can come up with some silverware this year. Not a very good season by looks of things. We finished in 5th spot. We're in the Europa League. We missed out on Champions League by 3 points. I don't know what happened this season. We lost to 1 fewer game than last season, but we've drawn an awful lot this time round. 13 points behind the eventual winners Liverpool, but that elusive title is still eluding Manchester United. We get knocked out by Barcelona in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We do, however, get to the final of the FA Cup, losing it to our rivals Manchester City on penalties after we had just gone into the lead, and then Rodri scoring in the 95th minute, or I'm assuming that's in extra time. Glauc got in the 91st, then Rodri 95th, and went to penalties. Bruno missing the vital, the last one or the first one, I don't know. But yeah, we get to the final. We do beat Tottenham, smashed them 5-1 in the semi-final. That's quite impressive. We also get to the final of the Carabao Cup, beating Wolverhampton 2-0. Cracking goal by Sancho right on the edge of the box. Garnacho with the second goal to seal the deal for us, and Sancho creating an awful lot of problems down that right hand side. And Garnacho, wow, on the volley, fantastic stuff. Trophy number 1. Along the way, we did beat Villa in the semi-final, beating them 7-3 over all the 2 legs. Brighton, we beat Man City earlier on in the competition as well, so they probably got their own back on us winning that FA Cup. But even so, 2 finals, we're finally getting somewhere. Squad-wise, 30 goals from Ansu Fati. Fantastic, he's really coming into gear now. Rasmus, 21 goals in 50. I reckon we need to start looking at another striker possibly. He's not progressing as much as I would like, but he's still exceptional and still getting 20 plus goals a season, which is pretty good as well. Rashford's weighing in with 16 goals and 5. Bruno 15 and 23. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Glauc in his first season, 11 and 12, 11 and 5 for Todibo as well. He gets 11 goals. I didn't expect that. Garnacho weighing in with some goals as well, and few assists. Mount as well. I mean, we have got the makings of a relatively fantastic squad. It's where do you improve? However, a goalkeeping situation, despite Onana not conceding that many goals last season, he's gone and conceded 61 in 58 this time round. 17 clean sheets. How did he do in the league? Oh, 34 and 34. Okay, it's not too bad with 10 clean sheets. Not as much as the previous ones, but still weighing in the 7 average rating though, so that's not too bad. So do we hang on to him another season? Altai as well, there's a lot of interest coming from abroad as well for him. Still got a few more seasons left in him, in fact probably one more actually. I'm wondering whether to cash in on him now. Just nice to have as a backup. Did play 6 games but did concede 15 goals. Wow. Finances, wow, £40 million. That could be because we dropped a few places, I don't know. But yeah, not an awful lot. And we are over the wage budget, apparently. So they've obviously reduced it. That's disappointing. Yeah, it's going to be pretty tight this season, I reckon. We start off by saying goodbye to Anthony. He's gone to Leicester for, I think it was about 29 million pounds to Leicester. The last 2 seasons didn't really get much game time, and I decided to let him go. We've got Sancho, and we've brought in another player in as well. Rashford can play on the wings as also Garnacho. There was just no room for him in the end, so unfortunately he does go, but very, very good stats either way. And Ansu Fati, he's gone. He handed in a transfer request. Real Madrid came knocking on the door, and he was disappointed I didn't accept the first offer. But £80 million to Real Madrid. I am so annoyed he's gone, but does pave the way for another youngster. And because he's gone, we pick up Rayan at Cherki for £80 million, I think it was. 85 in fact from Lyon. Assist in his 2 games already. Not bad stats actually from the past couple of seasons, but looking at them attributes as well, again 23 years old, he's got one hell of a bright future. From Napoli for £18 million, we're bringing a backup striker. I realised we hadn't had one really. We've got other players that can play in them positions, but we haven't really got an out and out striker to help Højlund if he ever gets injured, but he's got cracking finishing. Marcus Leonardo comes to the club, and I think he'll do well for us as well. From Argentina's juniors, for £5 million, we pick up this youngster, 20-year-old Facundo Spini. He looks fantastic. I think he was a wonder kid actually, but 20 years old to sit at the back. I think him and Todibo is going to be one hell of a force to be reckoned with, and it's just only strengthens our back line as well. So with them players in, we've got Spini and Todibo at the back, Gutuida in the DM role, And if we pick our best 11, Cherky comes out on the right-hand side. Hickey's now the left back, actually. That's quite nice. Martinez comes in instead of Spinney, and yeah, that's not going to happen. Hence why we've locked him in. But other than that, Glauc is our new forward. Hoyland and Leonardo, they've got some work to do, I think. But already, Glauc's got 5 goals to his name already. I don't care as long as we can get results at this point now. We need some trophies and we need to, well, see if we can win this league finally. We've had a lot of big scores going through the friendlies, including a 6-4 victory of Bastia. We had a testimonial for sure against Southampton as a 2-2. But we do start off the league campaign against Southampton. We thrashed them 4-1. Forest we win 1-0 away from them. We do lose to Everton away 3-2 disappointingly. But then we absolutely demolish Bournemouth 7-1 with Bruno netting a brace. Sancho netting a brace, Glauc netting a brace, and Rashford scoring as well. And then we're through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Defending the trophy, of course, a 3-3 draw against Luton, winning on penalties. We've drawn Copenhagen, Rapid, Lech, Hoffenheim, Villarreal, and Sturm Graz in the Europa League, because obviously we're not in the Champions League anymore. We're currently sitting in 3rd with that 1 loss to Everton, who sit above us. We're still 4th in the predictions, 11-1. I don't think that's getting any better and better. We were sitting at 9-1 at one point. Any of our players in here? Not yet. Oh, Glauc, apart from him. Okay, we've got 1 player in the Dream 11. That's fantastic. Right, let's simulate our 4th season. Hopefully we can capitalise on the Carabao Cup and bring home the at least an FA Cup or the League Cup or even the Europa League at this point. Right, we finish in 3rd position in the league. Again, another disappointment. 4 points off of Liverpool in 2nd. Chelsea win it, actually. 9 points away from ourselves. We have a very good goal difference, though, but again, we lose far too many games yet. Again, I think that's the worst we've lost in this rebuild so far. I mean, it's very disappointing. I'd rather have, say, 4 wins out of that. Even that would have given us the title even. But yeah, very disappointing to have lost them games. However, to make up for that, we have gone and won the Europa League, beating Benfica in the final 3-2. And as a little treat, we'll have a look at some of the goals. And Rashford comes up with the first one. A lovely play in there. And he dribbles around a few players, slotting it into the right-hand side. The goalkeeper stands no chance. However, Benfica do fight back. Disappointing. I mean, was that look like a penalty then? Almost. But the ball's played back in there. And Cabral is left all on his own. But Shaw puts us back in front. Cherky with the corner ball. And a lovely glancing header from Shaw. Fantastic stuff. I like that. That's a nice little goal there. And different angle here. Benfica again fight back. 49th minute. Edge of the box. What a finish that is from Bar. Wow. But it is left to Hoyland to finish the job for us. 77th minute, I think it is. Hoyland, lovely play there. Skips past his man and then past the goalkeeper into the centre. Wonderful goal. And that is trophy number 2 at this rebuild. At least we got a European Cup. That's something. So along the way then in the league form, we lost to Lech 2-1 and Villarreal 3-2. And Bordeaux, we lost 3 games. We did beat Sparta Prague 3-0, Sturm Graz, Hoffenheim, which I thought might have been a difficult game, Rapid and Copenhagen. But in their playoff round, we beat Copenhagen and we literally smashed them this time, 9-2 on aggregate. Then we played Marseille in the round of 16, beating them 7-1. Fenerbahce, we beat 6-4, losing 3-1 in the second leg. And then in the semi-final against Sevilla, we absolutely donked them 5-0 away from home, with us winning in the final. That's another trophy. I don't mind how it comes, but that is another trophy. Wonderful stuff. However, we do get knocked out by Bournemouth in the 5th round of the FA Cup, and then Man City in the semi-finals of the Carabao. Squad-wise, Rashford leads the line with 25 goals and 17 assists. Hoyland, 23 and 6. It's not. He had less games as well. Starts, should I say. I mean, that's pretty impressive. 20 and 16 for Bruno. 19 and 12 for Glauc as well. Very impressive. 15 and 22 for Cherky as well. Wow, that's brilliant for his first season. Mount, 10 and 16. I mean, our forward line, we can't change it. I don't see where we need to change it because the goals are flying in, which is fantastic. Todibo, 6 goals and 2. Wonderful stuff. A 7.2 average rating as well. Spinney in his first season, 3 and 3. And Gatuida, 3 and 4. I mean, that's impressive. The 63 games them guys have played. Every single game. Onana, 70 goals conceded this season. I think it might be time to look at another goalkeeper, possibly. How many did he? 39. So it seems to be getting worse and worse with goals conceded. He might be all right next season. Because I'm not planning on changing the back line at all, I don't think. Maybe we shift the formation around a little bit and try and go for it this season because we just seem to be firing short at the moment. But other than that, that's quite impressive. Right, okay. Finances. Wow, we're not going to do an awful lot with that. Where's the money going? Why are we not getting any money? Sponsorship deals. We've got, there doesn't seem an awful lot of sponsorship money. 9,200. About 200. I mean, there's about 300 million though, almost. Debts. We've only got 86 million pounds left to pay. I mean, the debt's almost gone. Maybe that's where the money's been ploughed into, just cleared the debt off. Maybe that's what it was. Back to this then. 20 million pounds to spend, and they've cut the wages budget once again. I think there's only really one position, and I think also we may have to just tweak the formation a little bit as well, just so we're firing on all cylinders for next season. So kicking off the transfers, we start off with Alessandro Martinez. He handed a transfer request in and we had to oblige. West Ham came in, £55 million. He looks really good still. I can't believe we did let him go, to be fair. However, we have got younger players coming in now, and unless he goes, they won't get picked. But yeah, £55 million. Sad to see him go. And another one that went was Amad Diallo. He wasn't going to get any game time. He looks really good actually now. He didn't look that good when he was with us, whether it's the coaching or what, I don't know. But it still looks pretty good. 25 years old, £15 million to Atletico Madrid. He's got a goal in 2 games for him already. Because of them two leaving, and there wasn't much funds, that just increased our bank spending, and we bring in Severt Mansverk to play in the midfield. We wanted another backup in there. We haven't got many players in the midfield, and if, say, Mount gets injured, then we kind of stuffed a little bit. So we wanted to bring in some extra manpower in there, and I think he can do the job for us. Only 25 years old, comes from Ajax. Obviously, where else would we get players from? 7.8 with 2 assists already to his name. Great start in England. And a big signing from Mohamed Simakan. Centre-back, right-back. And again, funds were not available. So we managed to bring in 2 players with the people that left. So that was pretty good. And I think he looks really good as well. Fantastic centre-back. Avoids using the weaker foot, which is good. Refrains from taking long shots, and he likes to bring the ball out of defence as well. Formation has changed slightly. We've gone a little bit more attacking. We've moved a attacking midfielder into the cam role. If we can have a look at our best 11, currently Gatuida and Mount still in there. We've got Fringbrand, Todibo, Spinney, Hickey, Rashford, Fernandes, Shirky and Glag. Our usual suspects in here. However, if we can bring in Mansmerk, he's currently injured, that's why he's not playing at the minute. I'm guessing he will slot into this role here. So maybe this is a position that we're just trying out, but I just really want to be able to push forward, get the goals and get wins. Saying that, results have gone our way currently. We did play the UEFA Super Cup. We played against Real Madrid and lost that 2-1, despite taking the lead after 3 minutes. Very disappointing, and then we fell apart later on in the game. But we do have a 100% record in the league. West Ham 1-0. Southampton we smashed 4-0. Sheffield United 5-1. We get past Fulham away from home 3-2. Only just, despite being 2-1 down, we managed to fight back. Mount and Bruno scoring. And Man City, we beat in the 3rd round. Glauc again with the 3rd minute goal. He likes scoring in the first 5 minutes, though, does Glauc. The Champions League, we play Man City, Napoli, AC Milan, PSV, Ludogorets, Villarreal, St. Gallen and Salzburg. So I'm hoping we can get through that. Again, a lot of fixture pile up. There's a sight for sore eyes, currently sitting top of the table, 4 for 4. How long that'll last, I don't know. But we've drawn Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, and a preview sees us slip to 5th spot, 11-1 behind Chelsea now. I don't get it. Rashford's now ahead of Glauc in the Dream 11. Is there any other play? Oh, there's a few there. Rashford, Bruno. They're the only two, which I find very, very surprising. So let's simulate our final season. Let's see if we can bring some silverware home. We've got the Carabao and the Europa League. Let's see if we can bring something else. Well, they do say miracles do happen, and Manchester United have won the league. 3 points from Manchester City, going right to the wire, and you can see United's last 5 games. Amazing stuff. 5 wins from 5. Elevating us to champions of England. Finally, it's taken a long slog. It's taken a change of formation as well. And just look how many goals we have scored and conceded. We scored 101, way more than everybody else. Although we have conceded half that as well. So I'm really happy. I can't believe we've finally done it. It had to go to the last season of the rebuild as well to do it, and it had to take a change of formation as well. But as far as the other competitions go, we get knocked out in the semi-finals by Real Madrid in the Champions League. We do get knocked out by Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final as well. However, we do win the Carabao Cup once again. So a domestic double, I guess, as you can call it. But it's there all the same. We've won another trophy, and we beat West Ham in the final after extra time, with Cherki getting the winner after West Ham had gone ahead. So let's have a quick look at the goals as well. Bowen did put West Ham ahead 1-0, and it looked as though at that point, I guess, heads going down. I mean, I don't like that kit at all that the United are wearing. It's horrible. Just wear a white kit, if anything, if the red one's going to clash. But it is Højlund that gets us back on level terms, though. Good play by Frimpong into Højlund, and Højlund, wow, just smashes it in. He just shows no mercy at all, does he? And it comes to the final goal. Cherki getting the winner in the 101 minutes. Rashford doing some great work on the right-hand side, plays it in, and Cherki just comes running in, doesn't he? Along the way, though, we did beat Man City in the 3rd round. We beat Arsenal on penalties in the 4th. Watford we scraped by in the quarterfinals. Leeds, well, we smashed them at home in the 2nd leg, but 7-3 overall. And then obviously the win in the final. I mean, that's another trophy. I think that's trophy number 4. So, squad-wise for the final time. And a lot of these players, I didn't realise, I didn't renew some of their contracts. They're running out at the end of this month. So, it's a good job we're not going forward anymore, because we're not going to have any players left. Bruno finishes off with 30 goals, 17 assists. Rashford, 25 and 24. Højlund, 25 and 3. Glauc, 21 and 7. Mansverk in his first season, 11 and 19, but only in 33 games. Cherki, 11 and 13. Sancho, 11 and 4. Mount, 9 and 13. Some of these stats are fantastic. Gertruda, 11 assists with 5 goals. We've also got Hickey with 11 assists and 3 goals. Frimpong, 5 assists as well. Well, let's have a look at the staff. Has that improved a lot? Yes, it has. I mean, I can't argue with that either. It's marvellous stuff to see. And just incidentally, we've got £129 million. I think they're going to need that. Have they cleared the debts off? They've got some more debt. They're like piling the debt on. The debt's back up to 268 million. It's that 221 they've just had in. Why? I mean, that's going on for another... It's like a mortgage. Another 20 seasons. Why would you do that? 25 years. So a new chairperson takes over. Avram leaves the club in 2028. I hope he leaves a lot earlier than that, though, to be fair. Let's have a quick look at some records and see if we've broken any. Doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, fewest league draws in a season 2. We've got that record, I guess. Highest gate receipts against Sevilla, 1.68 million. That was in 23. I think that may have been the first season or second season. Yeah, we've not really broken anything, to be honest. 24-25 season highest average rating by Rashford, 7.33. Most assists by player in the season, Bruno, 25. And Ansu Fati, most player of the match awards, 12. I was so annoyed that we didn't manage to hang on to him, unfortunately. Highest transfer fee paid, £107 million for Todibo. Right, that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you watching this far. Let me know down in the comments if there's any rebuilds you would like me to have a go at. Smash that like button as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And we'll see you on the next one.